Теперь я могу продолжить данную сюжетку. Пообщался типа с Тинари, его личным гостем. И вот потом пройти ее. Ну.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even... We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We are here on the orders of a client known only as...
The outcast? An outcast from the academy? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon.
Ну, давайте, нападайте.
You're up, traveler!
Совсем уже охотники приближены.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my...
No, my sword! Feel the flint!
Блин.
It isn't over yet! Here comes
Я вижу, что
reinforcements!
все.
I will have order. Stabilize. Into the wind.
Rain outlined her. That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our... But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Going up against smart people is tough.
Так. То есть мы сейчас обратно возвращаемся. Пипец. А где он? А вон колеи. Блин, я хочу. Блять, колеи.
Oh, it's the traveler and Paimon. What do you two do? Holly, it's nice to see you again.
Если ей рассказать что-то, то тут неинтересно, что с ней станет.
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to... Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the video... He left? But... Isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the... I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his... To leave in such a hurry? I'd get... Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia. And part of Stiai is something like the Amorta's... I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time... A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just... Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party Stiai. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. Got it. Will do. See you later.
Блин. Было бы очень сильно интересно узнать ее реакцию. Ну, ладно. О, а ты что тут делаешь?
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment. Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, The doctor has shown that his Plus. It's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy. Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean instead. He did something closer to creating hallucinations. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals.
Блин, у меня вот реально такая теория есть. Возможно, который сам создал эту Акашу.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the academia, so... it feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work.
Да ты чё, блядь? Сука, он второй предвестник. Мы, блядь, с Скарамуччей не могли справиться в Инадзуме, а он шестой. А тут второй, бля.
Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to
Да,
make
да,
him worthy
да.
of being... We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy. So you didn't come here for sightseeing, right? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you... Okay, let's just hope we won't get him...
Time to go.
Это, случай, это самое, которое в начале было.
Traveler?
А, да, это оно.
It is you!
Ah, the voice! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's...
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here,
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach...
What do you think?
Ну,
My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this when my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
капец, я что ли?
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insight. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you.
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial...
we're using that...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish...
Okay.
Ready?
Ну, давай.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally
Это
understand.
Скарамучча.
The world is just an
Это
elaborate
Скарамучча.
tapestry of lies.
Это Скарамучча.
My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother.
Ебать, у меня мурашки.
Valuing strength above all. She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination.
Капец.
The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Скарамучча, блядь, какой-то охуенный. Пиздец.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we
Все-таки
know
я
about
был
him.
прав, и то, что когда в начале, когда мы попали в подсознание, я думал, это был Скарамучча. Это что, правда, что ли?
But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful.
You understand now?
Фу, блядь.
I'm
Я не
afraid
знаю,
this is
это
no period
лучшая
for
сюжетка,
life, but
как по
rather...
мне.
You! Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Фу, блядь, как это охуенно. Почему я не могу сейчас громко кричать?
Wait, something isn't right.
Опа, опа, опа. Так. Ебать. Да ну нахуй. Ебать, у меня мурашки. Бля, сейчас же его бьют. Пиздец. Что происходит, бля? Скарамучча. Да ты, блядь, пиздец, Скарамучча. Это просто охуенно. Тигнари.
Okay,
А,
we finally lost him.
что?
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet popped your
Пиздец.
back. Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would never
У меня
believed
до
it.
сих пор слов нет.
I don't think this can be achieved with. Also,
лучшее,
while you
что
were
я
running,
видел.
the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time.
Это пиздец.
Is that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still... Huh. Paimon knows the moon, illusions, and light. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh, but she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your sides.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh,
Блядь,
actually, we
Игнарь
came
просто,
here to ask you a
блядь,
question.
лапка.
What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
Чего? Серьезно? Охренеть.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
Такая, блядь.
That's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's
Блядь,
symptoms
значит,
were
моя
different
теория
from
была
those of
верна,
other
то, что
scholars
именно
who believe
Скарамучча
it's
отправил
because she
в
made
сон, то
contact
есть
with
он
the
создал
consciousness
Субзирус,
of a
этот
new god
бесконечный.
who's still in the process of being
Блядь,
born.
это охуенно. Все мои теории могут оказаться правдой, что ли?
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I seek.
Я
If I
потом,
didn't
блядь,
take
буду
action,
пересматривать каждую
Hypatia would have already
катсцену.
been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusin, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation. The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have two Fasui Harbingers in Sumeru.
Да.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out.
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully you pay.
Так, значит, сейчас, я так понимаю, мы встретимся с Аль-Хайтамом и Сайна, возможно. Бля, сюжет таким ключом разворачивается. Я не понимаю просто. Блять, это просто гениальнейшие люди, что создают сюжет в Геншин. Я в ахуе просто. Это пиздец.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty long. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Аль-Хайтам, здорово.
Huh?
Over here.
Ля, здорово, чел.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Сука. А, за ним пустынники, ну понятно. Это вечная любовь.
Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything this... Not quite.
Темные глаза
To tell you
красивые.
the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to... Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interested. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something.
Al-Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia, but that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own.
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than any...
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Туда. Ну, Аль-Хайтам у меня, типа, доверие имеет. Не знаю. Я не знаю, что может пойти не так рядом с ним. Типа, вроде человек адекватный. Так, потом статуя. Зашли в пустыню, а ни одного сундука. А, нет, ладно. Я не хочу пока что сундуки добывать. Я хочу сюжетку пройти.
Time to go.
Хотя... Ебать. Так, ладно.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place!
О, сейчас Айна будет. И чё? Да-да-да-да. Ля, летит мужик. О, ля-ля-ля-ля-ля. На. Можно ли называть Сайна сильнейшим человеком Сумеру? Ой, ебать. Чакру в ноги.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would a
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice
seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you...
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want...
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's...
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, traveler?
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Если хотя бы кто-то знакомый.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other.
Его взгляд.
But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
Они так смотрят друг на друга.
It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Блять, у одного челка сюда, у другого сюда.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Митя.
What's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey!
О,
All of you,
Кандаки.
over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong.
That sounded like Candace.
Я ее даже сдалека
Come
увидел.
on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Бля. Я очень обожаю такие моменты, когда двое вроде положительных персонажей, они чисто друг друга ненавидят. Как, например, Бакуга с Тодороки. Вот чисто Аль-Хайтам это Тодороки, а Сайн это Бакуга. Сука, в сторонке стоит. Даже не присядет. Блин, я не знаю, я обожаю такие моменты. Неловкость. Да, поймано.
Awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm
Да
dies
ничего
down.
страшного, красотка.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace,
Бля, мне
protector
нравится
of
то, что у
Aru
нее два
Village.
разных глаза. Типа они удивительно довольно.
Our savior has come out. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring. Like a nice older sister. I'm like,
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before this. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat
Видите, главное,
whatsoever
ничего
to us.
сказать не может.
So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to offer some quality time with the
Бля,
creatures of the
Кандаки охеренные.
sandstorm.
oh, on second.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Ля, какая
Do I make
строгая.
myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of
Грамотей
those two
впервые
should-
Wait,
будет.
that was you trying to be a...
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in
Давай,
explaining
брат.
myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Чего?
Exile?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report, as General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating, I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very... Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to
Ну,
judge
теперь
us.
понятна позиция Сайна.
So they really
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold. They are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power.
Хорош.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story...
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating.
Al-Haytham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed... From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward?
Ну да.
So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia, so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the... You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with... After all, curiosity often...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information?
Have I not
Ну,
made
я думаю,
myself clear?
нет.
You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think...
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence.
О, они помирились, что ли?
Good. I'm glad to see you two
Так-то
clearly.
лучше.
And now you, Dia. I believe it's your
А
turn.
Дехи просто пришла посмотреть на движ.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with... I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone. Then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that...
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Ты чё?
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted.
Ой, да.
Anyone without extensive training in these conditions.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as the...
Она тащится вообще. Сука.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright?
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough. The boys are chatting to the floor.
Ой, до слез.